is because he couldn't stop touching himself. I was trying to pick which word to use.
Now, today we're talking about Pokimane's editor. So recently, a clip from Pokimane's stream went viral, and yes, I have to say, it went viral. I don't watch Pokimane on the daily. I'm not a tier 5 subscriber. Okay, I don't watch What am I doing? Pokimane's cool. She's chill.
God, you ain't funny. That's not true. Maybe you're just boring as and lame as hell. Cause only lame can say that shit.
But pretty much, this recent clip that came out with Pokimane is actually so insane if you know the history of Pokimane. But real quick, let me just summarize what happened. So basically, Pokimane recently went on her stream to discuss a story involving her longtime editor. And honestly, what Pokimane describes is actually so insane, so degenerate, but also not really that surprising if you think about Pokimane's, like, audience and who would be applying to edit for her. I'm not trying to shots fire Pokimane's fan base, but it's pretty clear the type of people we're dealing with.
Morning, Poki. How are you? Good to see you. Oh, cute dance moves.
So pretty much Pokimane described a situation in which her editor was taking a little bit too long to send her back the finished videos that he was making. Once Pokimane questioned the editor as to what's been going on, he confessed that the reason why it was taking him so long to turn around the long-term footage into clips and videos was because he was spending that time touching himself, dude. I mean, what the fuck on so many levels, dude? You have the best job in the world. You sit on your fat ass eating Taco Bell Crunch Wraps every day. All you have to do is edit the footage into Pokimane videos. I honestly think it's probably the easiest job you could possibly have. And this guy was willing to throw that entire career path away to jerk it to Pokimane. Also, in what state of mind do you have to be in to actually confess this to your boss? Like, what the fuck? Why would he tell that to Pokimane? Like, holy shit, bro. Does Pokimane have an HR department? Like, I feel like she needs one after this shit. You never even know, bro. I mean, like, this was the actual editor that she hired. Like, he went through an entire application process. There's probably tons of applications, and she was like, you know what? This is the guy. Whole time, he was getting hard and touching his cock. But yeah, here's the clip.
Hey, do you have time to talk? I'm ready to finally tell you why I've been struggling so much with deadlines.
Oh my god, his riz is unmatched. Hey, do you have time to talk? I'm finally ready to tell you. What led him to finally be able to tell her this? Like, did he somehow catch a vibe? Did he think he was catching a vibe from Pokimane lately? Like, here, Pokimane, here's your finished video. Pokimane's like, oh, thanks, man. Really appreciate it. And then in his head, he's like, oh my god, she wants to smash.
And I said, oh, like, great. Hopefully this is something that we can fix.
Yeah, great. Maybe his parents died in a car accident. This fucking loser deadass thought Pokimane wanted to smash. Like, there's no other like, I can't think of another reason why he would tell her this. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Tell me why he proceeds to tell me that the reason why he would sometimes turn around videos a week or two late is because he couldn't stop touching himself. I was trying to pick which word to use. To me, his, in a way, employer of many, many months. When I tell you I've never halted a conversation so fast, because I'm like, you are the person that I send like hours of footage to. I don't want to know what you're.
Why did this tier 3 sub say that's crazy? Like, we all know you do the same exact shit the editor does. The clip ended kind of mid-sentence, but I thought it was so funny when Pokimane was like, I don't want to know. Like, I only can assume that she was saying, I don't want to know what you're doing when you're editing my videos. So basically, she doesn't even fucking care. Like, I mean, obviously she cares if she knew, but the editor literally could have gotten away with this, which goes back to my original theory. He thought he was gonna get laid within only editing for a few months. I mean, how many times does Pokimane run into this issue? It seems like she swaps around editors quite often. I guarantee you all of them are weird. But all jokes aside, I mean, dead ass, I think this is the only time I'm like really saying this, but I actually really do feel bad for Pokimane here. Like, honestly, what the fuck even is that? Like, if someone said that to me who's working for me, number one, they're fired. Number two, I'm traumatized. I'm thinking back to every video I uploaded that was edited by that I mean, number one, I know no one's gonna touch themselves for editing. Never mind. You get the idea. Like, you're gonna be, Whatever. But like I'm saying, think about it if you're Pokimane. All of that content, in a way, is almost tarnished completely. If she goes back and watches any video edited by that guy, I mean, she can only assume that the entire video was edited with one hand. And it's just like, what kind of fucking... I'm sorry, I'm so caught up on this, but like, what level of delusional do you have to be to truly think that confessing this to Pokimane would have any positive benefits at all? So I actually found a more extended version of the clip, and it turns out that this situation happened years ago, but the point stands. Like, everything I already said in this video is absolutely true and holds up. Like, this guy's a fucking weirdo. Like, he deadass thought Pokimane wanted to suck his cock.
Many, many years ago, when I was like super omega active on YouTube, and I was working with a lot of different editors. There was one editor in particular that I would work with a lot because his edits were really, really good, but he had one major problem, which was that sometimes out of nowhere, his videos would just be like a week or two late.
This guy genuinely edged for 2 weeks. 2 weeks of edging. Like, that's kind of impressive though.
When I tell you I've never halted a conversation so fast, because I'm like, you are the person that I send like hours of footage to. I don't want to know what you're jacking it to. I don't want to know more. I shouldn't even know how much I know right now. I shouldn't know. But I felt so bad. So when he's like, you know, like, this is like an addiction of mine, I genuinely felt really, really bad.
Oh my god! So he confides in Pokimane about his jacking addiction, which I'm not gonna like discredit in you know, like, that's like a real problem this guy has, but why is he going to Pokimane about it, right? Like, what the fuck? Go to a therapist. Go to your doctor. Like, they probably have pills for that now. Like, what are you doing? Why are you telling this to Pokimane?
So I still paid him for months.
Oh my god, and he still got paid? I'm done, dude. Like, no.
What the hell do I do? Fire him? Am I even allowed to fire someone because they're...
Okay, I was on Pokimane's side until the very end of that clip. Yes, you're able to fire someone, especially when you're a YouTuber. Like, I feel like if you're uncomfortable at any point, you can do whatever you have to do to resolve that situation. You shouldn't feel bad at all. So I don't know what Pokimane was smoking at the end of that clip. I mean, she might be doing one of her classic, you know, skiing trips.
My nose, you know? Are my lines good enough? I don't know if I'm good at this.
But yeah, dude, a lot of the people on the internet you come in contact with are very weird. Honestly, if I'm Pokimane, I don't know why she was hesitant on firing him. I don't know why she continued paying for him. I understand feeling bad, but I mean, that's a conversation that guy needs to have with a therapist, a licensed professional, his mom. I don't know. You just kind of have to think about things logistically. Like, what's gonna come of it if you tell your employer about this issue? Like, it's not just like, oh, I have this problem with, like, you know, naughty websites. It's I have this problem with your content. Your content's getting me crazy. Pokimane did state that this was years ago when she was more active on YouTube, and I can only assume that this editor is no longer employed. But the scary thing is that we have no idea who this guy is. I mean, sooner or later, he could be editing for me, touching himself to the raw, dumpy vocal content. I mean, we can only hope so, right?
Touching himself?
But if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Also, drop a comment down below on your thoughts on the entire situation, and leave a like to feed me. Hope you guys all have an amazing day, night, afternoon, morning, evening, wherever you are, and bye-bye.
They really love me, it's my turn. You got a problem, I let that iron bust. I don't fuck with fake love, you can keep that lust. I don't got a drug problem, but I feel the rush. I am